Good morning. Happy Thursday, everyone. This is our weekly live, and I would like to welcome you to our weekly live for Relationship Connections and Relationship Connections Referral Network. I am Lisa DeToffel, your chief cheerleader and owner of Relationship Connections Referral Network and Tiger Eye Solution, a virtual assistant business that supports speakers, coaches, and solo professionals. So if you have not joined us before, like I said, this is our weekly live. We come live here every Thursday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And we discuss a specific topic. Today, we're going to be talking about follow-up. Last week, we talked about delegation because if we are professionals, delegation is important and so is follow-up. You know, if you're not following up, you could be losing money because the fortune's in the follow-up, right? So we'll get to our topic in just a few minutes. Again, I want to welcome you to Relationship Connections Weekly Live. This group is a community where we network and get to know each other on a deeper level and help each other grow our businesses. If you're new to the community, I would definitely love to welcome you to our community. Please comment below and introduce yourself and tell us what type of business you have and what it is you do. I would like everyone, if you haven't already, to come visit Relationship Connections Referral Network bi-monthly meeting. It is a paid network, and we do have bi-monthly meetings every month. And we also have a once-a-month gathering and training. What this is we have, your regular networking, and then we also have a guest speaker to come speak to us about what they do in their business. We just had a gathering and training earlier this week. It was really amazing. We had a lady come talk to us about her business and what she does, and it was so amazing. So you definitely want to come check us out. Our bi-monthly meetings are, of course, for the members of the network, and you can come visit our bi-monthly meetings twice for free. Our next bi-monthly meeting is April 5th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So I definitely like to invite you to come visit us and check us out and see if we are a good fit for you. I do not have the date for our next, I believe it's April 26th. I may be mistaken, for our next gathering and training. And like I said, that is free for any professionals to attend who would like to come join us and just do some networking and, of course, learn from a special guest speaker. So, like I said, the network is a paid network. So in order to be a member, it is $47 a month or $525 annually. There's a lot of benefits that come along with being a member, of course. And like I said, we do have structured meetings for those bi-monthly meetings. So come check us out. See if we're a good fit for you if you're looking for a new place to network or you're just building on your network efforts. There is statistics out there that show that you should be a active member or active in 2 to 3 different networking organizations. So if you're looking possibly to join another organization, we would be happy to have you come join us. So if you have any questions about Relationship Connections Referral Network, please reach out, send me a private message, or comment below this video, and I'll definitely connect with you and answer any questions you may have. So moving on, I want to share my screen and tell my story a little bit. This was me about 5 years ago. This is before I became an entrepreneur. I was a preschool teacher for over 25 years. And in the classroom, of course, I helped the little ones, start their education journey and, learn the basics that they needed to continue their education journey. So I was providing a service for them to help them learn and get established with the basics that they needed to go forward in their education journey. I learned probably just as much from those students in that classroom as they learned from me. And that's kind of how networking works as well. When you go to a networking event and you're meeting new people, you're there to connect and you're there to collaborate. and possibly help each other. You're not really there to sell anything. Networking is not about selling. Now, through your networking efforts, you can gain new business, new clients or customers, but that's not the intention on attending a networking event. So just as I served the children in the classroom back then, I now serve my clients and help them build their businesses and move forward in their entrepreneur or business journey. Now, back in 2018 is exactly when I started my very first business, which was Tiger Eye Solution, my virtual assistant business. I did take some training to learn more about how to be a virtual assistant and how to start a virtual assistant business. And of course, that's when Tiger Eye Solution was created and born. Since then, I have also learned a lot about a relationship building and follow-up, of course. That is my area of expertise in my virtual assistant business. Building relationships is imperative. It really is. If you're not networking, meeting new people, building new relationships, it's going to be very difficult for you to grow your business, unless, of course, you have a different type of business. But if you're an entrepreneur, you are a service-based business, you provide a particular service within your business, it is very important to build relationships. So through building relationships and learning about relationship marketing, in 2021, I built a team for my virtual assistant business, and I created Relationship Connections Referral Network. So if you are a professional looking for a virtual assistant, let's have a conversation, including myself. I do have 10 virtual experts on my team for Tiger Eye Solution. And again, Relationship Connections Referral Network is a great place to network and start building those relationships you're looking for. And this is my why. Everybody has a why of, why they're in business, or they have their particular business, or the reason they get up every day and do what they do. This is my family, and they are my why. My husband, Jeff, we have been married for almost 6 years now. And then my 3 children, Caleb, Matthew, and Alyssa. Caleb is married. His wife, Abby, there is in the picture with us as well. He's a firefighter. She's a special eds teacher in a local high school. Matthew just graduated from college last May, and Alyssa just started high school last August. So, this is my why. They keep me on my toes, and they are the reason I get up every day and do what I do. So, I'll stop sharing my screen and go to a different set of slides, because we are going to get into now our topic of the day, which is follow-up. Because if you are a business owner, you definitely need to have some type of follow-up system in place. If you don't, you're definitely leaving money on the table. I'm sure you have heard the phrase, the fortune is in the follow-up, and that is so very true. So just to kind of define follow-up for you, it is a continuation of something that has already happened. If you're at a networking event and you meet a new person, you definitely want to follow up with them after that meeting and possibly maybe set up a coffee chat to get to know them better and see if y'all are good to be power partners or to collaborate in some way. So, and also follow up, gives you closure and certainty, about what was spoken about, or maybe a few words y'all might have shared at the actual networking event. Maybe y'all met in a breakout room at a networking event, and y'all did actually have, get the opportunity to speak to one another there. So, and follow-up also allows you to know where you stand with that specific contact. Some people may not be a good fit for you. Y'all may not be good to be power partners or to collaborate further to help your businesses grow. So you also need to know that as well. But, when you do go to networking events and you do go to these breakout rooms, and you learn a little bit about each person and their business, you can kind of pick and choose which ones you think may be good to connect further with. Of course, you can follow up with all of them. Don't get me wrong. It is wise to follow up with each person that you meet. But do you necessarily want to have a coffee chat with each one of them? Maybe, maybe not. Or, if you do have that coffee chat, and you're not a good fit to collaborate or become power partners or even work together, whatever the case may be, you still want to stay connected with them, on a continuous basis, maybe every 6 months or, once a year, whatever works best for you. But for those that are actually good power partners and good people to connect further with, you definitely want to stay in contact with them, on a more regular basis. It's also a statistic that 2% of sales are made on the first contact. 80% of sales take place after the 7th contact. So you definitely want to continue to follow up with people. Yes, you meet someone new at a networking event and you follow up with them or you schedule a coffee chat with them. Don't just let that be the end of it. You have to get to know people on a more regular basis. And as time passes, people evolve, their business evolves. There may be some changes or tweaks or whatever that change, just like mine last year. I started my Tiger Eye Solution virtual assistant business in 2018. So from 2018 up until about March of last year, it was just me. But March of last year, I decided to build a team and start offering more services. Because when it was just me, my services consisted of my specialty area, which is relationship management and follow-up. But now that I have a team, I offer a whole lot more services. So are you specifically going to work with me if you hire Tiger Eye Solution? Maybe, maybe not. Just depends on what you request, what services you request. But all of my team members, all of us are experts. We've all been through the same training. So we are experts in our areas of specialization. But back to the follow-up. You also want to build that know, like, and trust factor. So when you become likable and, when you meet and connect with prospects and business colleagues, you will gain confidence by knowing exactly what to say, what to create, and, have profitable relationships. Because getting to know them on that deeper level, having that coffee chat builds that know, like, and trust factor for sure. So people will forget what you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So when you are having those conversations, make sure that you're making them feel the way you intend to make them feel. That you are a person that can be liked and trusted, within your business and whatever you provide. Also, be a good communicator, because communication goes a long way. And lots of times communication can be misled or misunderstood. So make sure that when you do communicate, you're communicating clearly to get your message across, whatever the message is that you're trying to get across to that person. Consumers today want to form a connection with brands they're associating with. So starting the right conversation with the right person at the right time shows that you're paying attention. So you definitely want to be paying attention, right? That kind of detail can help establish a great level of trust, build stronger relationships, and build customer loyalty or power partner loyalty as well. So here's a few tips that you might want to try when you are, having those follow-up conversations and communicating. Ask questions, ask specific questions, but also be an active listener, when it's the other person's turn to talk. Don't interrupt them while they're talking, let them say what they're trying to say to you. And know what they're talking about. Prior to going to that coffee chat, do a little bit of homework, go look them up on LinkedIn and see, and find out a little bit more about them and their business. That way, when you are having that conversation, you're not like a lost puppy, and have no clue what in the heck they're talking about. So, and then make your message clear. When it is your turn to talk and you're talking about yourself and your business, make sure you have your messaging clear. Your elevator speech is a big thing that you also sometimes share at networking events and possibly in coffee chats as well. So make sure what you're saying is clear and that is understandable. They understand. When you do get through speaking, they do understand exactly what you said and exactly what it is that you do. Don't leave your follow-up to chance. Most business owners fail to invest in setting and communicating clear expectations for what good follow-up actually looks like. So get specific, okay? There's a whole lot more I could share with you, of course, about follow-up because it's a very deep topic, if you will. And there's so many different ways that you could do it. Phone calls is one way to do follow-ups. A lot of businesses and business owners probably have kind of gotten away from that a little bit just because of technology. And probably a little bit away from emails as well. And emails is another good way. But you definitely want to try to stay top of mind, whether, you follow up with them through a phone call, an email, a text message, whatever the case may be. You definitely want to stay top of mind for sure. Don't let them forget who you are. They may or may not be good to collaborate with you right now, or they may not need what you have to offer right at this very moment, but they may in the future, for sure. Another one, I'm going to share with you one other, let me escape this and go to another very good form of follow-up. And this one gets 100% open rate. For sure. Okay. It's notes and cards. This is my most favorite way to follow up. Not that I don't use those other avenues as well. I do. I do phone calls. I do emails. And I do some text messaging. I'm just kind of starting to get in the habit of the text messaging. So that's a little bit new to me as far as business. Now, personally, I text all the time. But business related, I don't do a whole lot of texting. But let's talk about snail mail. Okay. This is an awesome way to follow up. Because, really, if you think about it, how does it make you feel when you get a card, a thank you card, or a birthday card, or thinking of you card, or just a checking in card in the mail, right? Cards are the key to appreciation in the business world. A card gets 100% open rate versus bills and emails. And cards help you stay top of mind and help you stand out above others. Because, when somebody does actually get a physical card in the mail, they may set it up on their desk or in their office or something to where they're actually going to be physically looking at it on a regular basis. So they're going to remember, Lisa sent me that card. I'm so glad she did. That was very thoughtful of her to send me that thank you card. Or happy spring. We're getting into the spring season now. So you can just send a thinking of you card and wish them a happy spring just because we're getting into a new season. Cards touch people in many ways. And cards are personal. You can make them personable and they can be heartfelt as well. I enjoy using a platform called Send Out Cards. And oh my goodness, you can do so much with those cards that you create and Send Out Cards. You can also send gifts with your cards by using that platform. There's many different types of cards you can send, whether it's a platform you use like Send Out Cards or whether you just buy cards at the store that you want to send out to X amount of people. Sending cards really makes a difference. Helps build that know, like, and trust factor. Helps keep you top of mind. And people don't like to buy or be sold to, or buy from people that they feel like they've been sold to by. Okay. So appreciation is a big thing here, by following up and showing that appreciation for that person just being a part of your world. They may not necessarily be a client or a customer, but they may be a power partner, or just, someone that you've continued to follow up with in the past, or that you met at a networking event and y'all really made a great connection. So you definitely want to, continue to follow up with that person. When you lavish appreciation on people, they bask in the positive regard. That's a powerful statement right there, right? So any resistance that may have felt softens and melts away. Although relationships take time to grow, appreciation speeds up that process. So yeah, if you're just getting started and you're wanting to start building all those relationships that help your business grow, sending out a personal note or card is a great place to start. If you want more information about send out cards, please by all means reach out to me. I'll be happy to tell you more about those. If you're interested, it's really, sending a personal note or card is really an investment that yields dividends. It really does in the future. Because like I said, you send that card to that person and they're going to keep it. They're going to hang it up or put it on their desk, somewhere where they're going to be able to see it on a regular basis. Therefore, you're going to come to mind every time they look at that card. So yeah. Have any questions, please reach out. I'll be happy to answer any of the questions you may have around follow-up, around sending notes or cards, or any other method of follow-up. So if you do have questions, post them in the comments below this video or send me a private message. That's perfectly fine as well. And again, I invite you to our next bi-monthly meeting for Relationship Connections Referral Network. April 5th, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. We would love to have you come join us. And until next week, everybody have a great rest of your Thursday and a great weekend. See you soon.